Hello, 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 guys. How are we? Glad to be here with you today. I've got an offer that I want to present. It is the beginning of November, and I want to help you all get a clear 2020 vision for next year. The fact is, a lot of people set New Year's resolutions every year, and 8%, I've seen the figure quoted, is the amount of people who follow through with them. So my goal is to bust that because I think New Year's resolutions are a joke and they don't work for people. And I want to help you do something that is going to help you throughout your life. And it all comes down to mindset and the vision and your relationship with yourself. So I'm going to try and be as quick as possible. What I'm looking for is a small group of people here, either in my list or in this group, to help them get a clear vision for next year. The reason, as I mentioned, that most people drop their New Year's plans is generally because they don't get on well with themselves and they haven't mastered their mindset. Mindset is everything to me. I really truly believe that when we master our mindset, we become unstoppable. And that's just a fact. That's what I found in my life. It's what I find in my clients' lives. It's true to me. So for 4 weeks, it's going to be a group program, and I'm going to help you get clear on what is sabotaging you and your plans so far in your life. And I'm going to show you how to get better, to get a better relationship with yourself, and to look at how you can make 2020 the best year of your life. Now, I firmly believe that anybody has the ability to become world class at anything that they put their mind to. It takes a understanding of who you are and what you want, and then being steadfast to create a plan and going out and achieving it. Now, those are easy steps to say. In reality, we come up against ourselves and our mind, and that is one of the biggest hindrances to us becoming world class at something. So yeah, mindset is an absolutely essential ingredient in becoming world class. And as cheesy as it might sound, you are the one with all the answers. You just haven't been asking the right questions of yourself. But if you are suitable for this program, I will show you how to ask the right questions. And it starts with listening to yourself, listening what's going on in your mind, listening to all the voices that your brain offers you in there in your consciousness. I'm going to show you how to categorize them and basically sift through the garbage and take what's useful and leave the rest. I'm going to help you make emotional connections with what it is that you're thinking and how that thinking is actually creating your emotional life. You know, those you mightn't have been able to spot certain emotional triggers that have been happening in your life because that's what's, quote, normal for you. I'm going to show you how all of those emotional triggers are embedded in the way that you've been thinking. Some of your values, some of the beliefs that you've maybe potentially inherited from people that have been in your life, like parents, teachers, grandparents, any influential figures from your past. I'm going to help you discover all of that sort of stuff and teach you how to get a bulletproof mindset. And that starts with journaling. Many years ago, I'd say 6 years ago, I started journaling every day, more or less every day, for at least 15 minutes. You know, some mornings I write gibberish. It's absolute garbage that comes out of me. But some mornings there's something on my mind, and by putting it down on paper, I'm able to extract what it is that is bothering me and reframe what is happening. And I'm going to be able to teach you how to do that as well. This is an absolute game changer. Why? Because knowing where you are and how you currently speak with yourself is essential. It's absolutely essential to moving forward and growing. All personal development is blunted if you're not, discovering what is going on in your mind. So journaling is the best way that I've found. If you know any other ones, I would love to know. Send me a message. Put a link into somebody else that is doing something that is better. But I think journaling is the best thing that you can possibly do to understand yourself better and to change and grow in the direction that you want to grow in. Journaling also helps us de-stress. The pages are like telling a friend a secret that you've been holding on to for too long. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Our brains are incredible creation facilities for ideas and thoughts and different business models and inventions and stuff. Like, they're incredible for that, but they are crap storage facilities, and carrying all of that around without putting it down on paper it's compounded stress. So I'm going to show you all of that. I'm also going to show you and invite you to be dumb. What? Robert, are you mad? No, what I mean by this is that, being dumb is given a bad rap in society, but the reality is that we come into this world ignorant and dumb. So, we're all dumb by default, so there's nothing wrong with it. Well, unless you went to some sort of school that taught you all about self-knowledge and how to be zen and ultra-philosophical, but I don't think that thing exists in society. So, the inverse, I want to talk about smart people for a minute. Smart people and know-it-alls, they are at kind of a disadvantage. They often are too comfortable to figure out stuff that they don't know, and they're less motivated to try to look for the answers if they don't know something, and they're less likely to sort of ask people and have people question their intelligence. So that smart label can be a ball and chain sometimes for people. There's a couple of books that talk about that. Limitless Mind by Joe Bowler is one, and Mindset by Carol Dweck is another. You should check them out. But that's what I mean. Like, the self-talk that smart people can have can be very biting. It can be really vicious. They can be name-calling themselves. And if this is you, if you find yourself calling yourself names, maybe there's a element of, maybe you were called very smart and you like what that gives you in terms of a sense of identity. But I would argue that people who are dumb are much more free to understand and discover things. They're much more free to ask questions and, put themselves out there to be potentially ridiculed. I know certainly in this program I will be not accepting anybody ridiculing anybody, but in society people can be pretty mean, and there's a lot of fear around being perceived as stupid and being perceived as dumb. But I think dumb is a really great label. And, when we're dumb, we accept that we don't know everything, and we're brave enough to ask questions. So, Columbo is an interesting example of this. He had a TV show. I don't know if any of you are familiar with it, but at the end of all of his shows, he would solve the crime by asking a really pointed and insightful question. But throughout the whole show, he would play this sort of dumb character, and he would ask these sort of silly questions, but at the end he would always ask a really sort of pointed question, and he would act as if he didn't know, but deep down he did know. So this program is going to help you to learn how to be a Columbo. Yeah, I'm going to help you identify if you call yourself names and to catch yourself calling yourself names. Realistically, when you call yourself a name, the deeper underlying thing behind that is that there's a value or a principle that you're holding, but what you're doing with that principle is misaligned. So maybe you call yourself a name because you value something and something is important to you, but what you're doing is you're harming yourself and you're calling yourself wrong. But I'll help you notice how you can, with a little bit of adjustment, you can take that passion, because it really is passion, and use it to that energy to benefit you, which will help you on your way to achieving what you want. I will also help you break your year into quarters. A lot of the reason why people fail is that a year is a long time, and human beings work much better when we break things down. So breaking things down into quarters is a really great idea. 90-day cycles, I like to call them. Because 90 days, you can really get a sense of you achieving something over 90 days. A year, not so much. We tend to lose things. I'm going to help you really prioritize what it is that is going on. A lot of the reason why people don't achieve things is because they don't have their priorities set. A very quick fix for this, and I will show you all how to do it. Again, when you prioritize, then you are able to plan. And then when you have a structured plan that you can say, okay, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. These are the steps that I need to take to get this done. I'm going to show you that using your calendar and putting those things that you've planned into your calendar, it's foolproof method to get things done. A couple of years ago, I fell in love with Google Calendar, and Google Calendar really became a game changer because once I put it in there, it's on me. I have to do it, right? And if you're out of rapport with yourself and you're not following through on those things, I will also help you look at what is going on. But again, it comes back to your mindset and your sense of why those excuses that you're making are winning. And I'll help you to combat that and change your mind. And then finally, it's the execution phase. How to take massive action. The reason that people don't get the results that they want in life is because they don't take enough action to move themselves towards attaining those outcomes. And, that 8% figure of people achieving their New Year's resolutions every year is testament to that. Not enough people are taking action. Obviously, something is going on between what they have planned and prioritized and getting into action states to achieve those things. So I'm going to show you how to execute on those plans. And together, as a group, you're going to hold each other accountable for getting these things done. This is not a New Year's resolutions group or strategy. It's nothing to do with New Year's resolution. New Year's resolutions are bullshit. And I would recommend that you tell all your friends not to set New Year's resolutions. They should create action plans for themselves. And this program is going to help you get a bulletproof plan instead. So what's involved? We're going to have 4 weekly group calls, and that'll be on Wednesday evenings. They'll probably be about 7 p.m. Irish time, maybe 7:30. I haven't decided yet, but we will talk about that on the call that I will request to have with each of you. And they'll take up to 90 minutes, let's say, and we'll do that on Zoom. Zoom is a group conferencing web piece of software. It's a small little installation on your computer, very easy to use, not very much involved. I will help you with the tech if you need it. Also involved is introspection. A large part of this is going to be you thinking about all of this, thinking about your thinking and learning how it is that you do your thinking. What are the beliefs? What are the scripts? What are the patterns? What are the rules that are inside your mind that you mightn't be aware of, that you might have inherited? We've all inherited stuff from legacy, the past, society, our parents, family, culture. There's so much legacy thinking inside of us, and I'm going to help you become incredibly aware of it and the impacts that it is having in your life, and give you a choice and help you understand whether this is useful for you, whether it's something that you want to keep, or whether it's something that you want to drop and alter and change into something more empowering. I will also be putting you into a private Facebook group where we will be helping each other, keeping each other accountable on our progress, and I will be pairing you up with some of your peers that are going to be going through this as well. Well, I'm not going to actually pair you up. I'm going to help you pair up together, which will be done in the Facebook group. All in due course. So, how much is it? This is an absolute bargain. It's 150 quid. All you have to do is say yes. 150 quid. Again, 150 quid. You're getting 4 weekly group calls. You're getting all the materials. You're getting put in the Facebook group. And you're going to be paired up with accountability buddies. And you probably make lifelong connections, all for €150. This is an absolute steal. Below, you will find a link to book a call with me, and we will see if you are suitable for this program. I have a couple of questions. I'm sure you're all very suitable for this program, but there's a couple of questions that I would like to ask you to see if you are suitable. So I look forward to getting in touch with you through that link and setting up those calls. If you have any questions, you can drop them below here, or you can reply. If you've gotten this in an email, you can reply to me. And I look forward to taking the conversation forward. Have a fantastic evening, weekend, day, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I will talk to you all very, very soon.